Greetings, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Welcome back to my Trailmaker series. Today we're going to pick up literally where we left off last week. We're here in Leapsvale and we're trying to help out a few froggets to, better their lot and in turn line our pockets. Although, I mean, it would be nice to have the option to not line our pockets and be morally less corrupt by that, but hey, I'm not the game dev, I'm just going to go with what the flow is. So, get yourself strapped into your favourite comfy chair and, let's get on with the action. Alright, there is a few little side quests that we can have here in the village. One of those was just to deliver some iron, and I had some to spare there, so I thought I've either got to go out and gather some, come back and hand it in, or I can just hand it in and then grab the next mission. So that's what we did. Now, we are in our lean green shooting machine, except in this case we've switched back to our original vehicle with our miner on it because we're thinking, yep, we need to do some gathering while we're exploring. So, we are going to have our little bit of fun here, driving around in the hills and the dales of this lovely part of the planet. While we look for some suitable things that we can pillage. Now, I couldn't tell if those trees were, or whatever they're called, were something that we could harvest. And apparently at this stage, at least, if not definitively ongoing, we definitely can't harvest those. So we'll just stick with the minerals that we're familiar with. And, oh, is that a glowy down on the beach? We like glowies. Every game with glowies are good. So we're going to collect some more of these ignition berries. And we're going to pick up these chests and other drops that we have so we can keep our fuel going and get a few more repair tokens. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're probably going to go through a few of those at some stage, possibly involving a boss fight, but I'm not going to read too much into that at this stage. I'm going to try and stay away from using them unless I get desperate. As the sort of earlier in the tutorial indicated, you can kind of repair for free if you're not in your vehicle, so we're going to stick with that where we can. In the meantime, we're cruising around on this beautiful beach, and there is lots of really good stuff that we can get here. We're going alright on ignition berries and fuel and all those other little tidbits that we're finding along the way. And our little buggy is still motoring along reasonably well. Look, I'm sure we'll end up with something a lot faster, but I'm not sure if that's going to be a blessing or a curse. I'll let you be the judge based on my current and more particularly my driving later in this episode. Minor spoiler. Oh, that doesn't look suspicious at all. Yes, there's a convoy of these nasty little hooers. Luckily, two of them were together, and the great thing about shotguns is they do tend to collect a lot of damage in a reasonably small area, and the two of them side by side, I managed to take them down very quickly. This guy was giving me a bit of trouble, but Yeah, we handled him with, well, I think we may have taken a little bit of damage there, but it was pretty minor, all things considered. We got some bonus loot, switching back to our gathering. Yep, nothing to see here. We're just going to keep mining some iron. Nobody saw me roll over, did they? Or nearly fall off a cliff? Nah, you didn't see that. I'm a really good driver. Honestly, I am. These wheels keep making random little squeaky noises from time to time. It sounds like I'm like running over a rabbit or a gerbil or something. It's bizarre, but anyway. Nothing to see here. Unfortunately, I kind of thought with how tall these hills were, I thought there'd be like some, berries or a chest or something up the top of any of these, but no, apparently there isn't. There's plenty of opportunity for crashes and falling off cliffs, but no sort of no drops or other items for personal gain. So yeah, that turned out to be a little bit of a waste of time loot-wise. The view was nice, so there is that. Yeah, you did hear me before when I said I was a good driver. Yeah, I am, honest. Glowy chest. Oh, totally nailed that trick. Yep, that was a trick. That was aimed for and got. Yep. Yeah, if you believe me on that one, I might have some shares in a bridge I could interest you in on. Kind of. No, just kidding. Yeah, no. Back to the treasure hunt. On our way around to find these lost froggets. I saw the size of this thing and it had sort of a similar colour scheme to the iron deposits. I thought, oh my god, that's a huge iron deposit. But yeah, no, denied. Alright, well, our last lead said we had our lost frogget team over here, and our little quest marker there seems to indicate that that is the case. Yeah, no loot there. Bit disappointing, but anyway. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 froggets. That's the important number. We'll get back to the reason why in a moment. Now, I may have bugged that particular NPC jumping in there. I don't think it was expecting me to get out of my vehicle at that moment. I think I was supposed to get attacked, and I might have, glitched it out, or maybe it's not supposed to attack straight away. I don't know. But it wandered around aimlessly for a bit until I got back in my vehicle, and then it started shooting at me. So, yeah, it's kind of a bit weird that way, but that's all right. It's most likely intentional, just so that you don't get, your butt shot off while you're in the middle of a conversation. So if that's all it's from, then hey, that's fine. That's quite a nice feature from a beginner's standpoint, so well done. If it's an unintended feature, I'm still going to call it a feature. Now, we find that we need to pick up some of these crates. Now, the crates are big and heavy, and we need a little tractor beam thing on our vehicle. Both of our vehicles are already at their power core limit, so I needed to make a bit of a value decision here in terms of which one I nerfed by removing an engine or a weapon to put the tractor beam. Now, I could have just as easily, removed the mining device off the front of this one, but then I thought most of the time I just burn around, or I will be burning around in my weapon-equipped one. So I thought this one could handle being very slow. I didn't intend on it being very slow, but pulling the engine off and adding a piece of equipment has very definitely nerfed my top speed. But for the purposes of this particular mission, it's a fairly mild inconvenience. I just had to work out that the tractor beam is activated off my right mouse button, which is normally my secondary fire, because the mining gathering type tool is on my left mouse button, which is my primary fire. So we managed to get this crate most of the way back to the Froggets before the bot Knack woke up and decided that actually, yes, I should be shooting at you. So a couple of fumbles later, I switched out to my shotgun equipped vehicle, and yeah, let's see how we got on with our combat on this one. Yeah, we took a bit of damage that time. We're probably going to need to do a bit of work on our vehicle at some stage, just to, I don't know, make it a bit more manoeuvrable, a bit more stable. Yeah, possibly a few other improvements there, maybe a little bit of, bit more protection. Armor, that sort of thing. Yeah, I can see there's going to be a lot of improvements that we will be doing at some stage, but we're not going to worry about that at the moment. We're just going to focus on getting this mission complete, and that means relocating this and I believe one more crate, and then we'll move on with the next task, whatever that might be. And many of you diehard Trailmaker fans by now, and possibly some of the ones that maybe have never heard of the game before, and pretty much everyone in between, is most likely shouting at the screen by now going, why didn't you get out of your car to repair it so it doesn't produce all of that smoke? Well, I was kind of engrossed in doing the mission, but at the same time, it was very pretty smoke. I wanted to experience that smoke a bit longer, okay? Just just chill. It's all good. We'll get there. I don't think these Froggets got the memo. Taco only works when it's Tuesday, you know, because it just kind of rolls off the tongue. I did this mission on a Saturday. Taco Saturday just doesn't sound right. I should have just made them walk back, but that's just not quite how the game works. So I'm here. I need to make a bit of a decision here about which vehicle I modify to add the Frogget seat action on. And yeah, there's a few Froggets there, and this is where the counting becomes important, because pretty much every screen angle where up to now, where I've had the Froggets on the screen, I could very clearly see 4. Well, this is one of these days where I randomly woke up at 3 in the morning and was not completely unsuccessful getting back to sleep. So, do you think my memory can count to 4? Short answer to that question is no, it can't. I, for the life of me, was sure that there was only 3 Froggets, and I'd already set in my brain that this is the layout that I was going to come up with. And I didn't even sort of review the fact that right in the bottom part of the screen there, I can clearly see there is 4 Froggets. Ergo, I need 4 chairs. Yes, I am joining you in shouting at the screen at the moment, but that's okay. That's my role as the person who recorded it and also the person who is now editing it. So, anyway. We get all set in our ways here with our 3 seats, and we make a couple of more pieces, and we set the wheels out a bit wider, and we think, yep, we're done. This is fine. We have our 3 seats, we have our wheels back on. We're just going to save that blueprint for not really any particular reason, and we're going to pick up our we're going to pick up our 3 Froggets. Yeah, that doesn't work. It doesn't even trigger you to pick up any Froggets because there isn't 4 seats for NPCs on your vehicle. And now is where I'm thinking, I've put all that effort into adding 3 seats to the back. I'm just going to strap one to my head here and, you know, just to hell with it. Except I didn't really like how it was going to attach. So I thought, well, I'm going to go back to the drawing board here a little bit. I'm going to make it a 2x2 formation of seats. And I'm just going to have to make my vehicle a bit longer. So that is exactly what we are now doing. Alright, there's a phrase I'm going to borrow from that lovely character, otherwise known as the Mighty Jingles, and he loves to say, as I am now going to, if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid. So here's our, you know, 4-seater Frogget wagon, and we're getting around. We're pew-pewing some nasty little Robotnik type dudes, and we actually didn't really take any damage there. So Yep, it might look stupid. The implementation might be very patchwork, but it works. Yeah, I sort of forgot myself there for a moment. I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll go and pick up those iron deposits and anything else I can pick up sort of on my way back to town. And then I realised, yeah, I'm not in my mining vessel right now, and consequently, yeah, I'm not really going to be able to gather that without, either modifying this one or going through the whole process with my gathering vehicle. So for time efficiency reasons, I elected to just skip the gathering on the iron, and we're just going to drive right back and drop off our little compatriots here, and yeah, we're going to see what other things we can achieve for them afterwards. Alright, we've successfully dropped them off. We have switched back to our gathering vehicle. Yeah, this might have been a good time to just jump into the build mode and get rid of that tractor beam and put our engine back on, but honestly, I just had a bit of momentum here. I just thought I keep going and I keep doing a bit of gathering. But then I sort of looked down at the recording timer, and then I thought, yeah, I'll just pick up these couple of things before we wrap things up. So yeah, we had a bit more fun. We got some missions done, and yeah, we have pew-pewed quite a number of the bad boys. As I finish this fella off, we are basically at the end of the episode, so if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and to consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. Until next time, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure you have an absolutely fantastic day.